mean, you're training this or excited for it?
Half and half.
Yeah.
Although every time I'm here, I'm local, and every time I bloody come, it seems to rain. Lately, anyway.
I feel like most of the time I'm here, it goes just around. And I am praying.
Yeah, I hope it does.
Oh, God. That is beautiful.
Yeah, they'll stay for about 20 minutes, and every 10 or 15 seconds, timing the light, you try to just press the button.
Yeah. Taking any photos this hacker?
I haven't got the beauty of this. This one's 30, I think. This one's 30, this one's 20.
Is that A7
So
III?
A9 2.
Oh.
That's an A1. I used to work in the same business, so
Yeah.
I don't know cost price. No longer there, but I've got it like.
I still have an A7 III.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've got that was my first one. Yeah, they're good cameras. See, the step up to the others is just incredible.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's great video too, but too broke to afford it, you know. Can't rest.
Yeah, I'm now, but touch wood for a while. I wouldn't mind the 300 ranges. That's it.
Yeah. That's what I was
About $8 grand.
Yep. Mike's ready, just unmoving.
Well, good evening and welcome to Macedonia Park for round 15 of the NPL Women's New South Wales as the Illawarra Stingrays take on the Mount Druitt Town Rangers in top of the table football. The sides come into this weekend level on points at the summit, with Mount Druitt holding a game in hand over today's hosts. Tonight is an opportunity though for the Stingrays to ensure they keep pace in the race for the premiership. Tim Gibson with you. Let's have a quick look at the teams, and starting with the home side, a few new players in number 1 Brianna Edwards, 3 Alex McKenzie, 4 Poppy Hooks, 7 is Chloe Middleton as we kick off here, and number 8 is Siobhan Edwards, 10 Alexia Caristal, 11 Danica Matos, 12 is Annabella Keep, 15 Caitlin Cooper, 18 is Sophia Christopherson, and 34 is Brooklyn Hudson. And having a look now at the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. In goal is number 88, Renee Kristanovska. Number 2, Holly Williams. 3, Kaya Buchanan. 15, Rosaria Galea. 17 is Olivia Sloan. 18, Erin Tavares. 23 is Tian Flavin. 30 is Rukia El Faragia. 31 is Ella Buchanan. 32, Anna Harada. 38 is Adelaide Brzezinski. And that rounds out the Mount Druitt team. As I mentioned, 2 teams that are right at the top of the competition this year. Mount Druitt, of course, following their promotion, have had a fantastic start to their campaign in the top flight of football here in New South Wales. And for the Stingrays, well, they did well last year, but very much been one of the sides to beat as we see them get a hold of some possession. Harriet G is the referee, and Stingrays, of course, playing in their pink, while Mount Druitt in the yellow with the green stripe. Ball in here from the Stingrays as they look to make an early impression. Buchanan with a free kick forward there as we start to feel a few raindrops. There was a little bit of lightning in the distance as well, so it'll be interesting to see how much of this game we can play if the lightning continues to stick around. As Middleton looks to play forwards, and it's a loose ball that Mount Druitt can come forwards with, but a misplaced pass by Holly Williams. Ball down the line for Rosinski, but with no real danger. But Annabella Keep can pick this up for the Stingrays, and played short. A chance for Siobhan Edwards to run onto it, who's been in fantastic form this year in the NPL Women's New South Wales, and that's picked off by Caitlin Cooper. A chance to play a pass in behind, but good covering from the number 3 Kaya Buchanan. Here is Tavares, plays it forwards. 8 feet, and Tavares will pick it up and can start to drive through midfield. Ball slightly overhit to find Al Faraje. Matos will get one of her first touches. A bit of a shift in terms of the backline for the Stingrays. Annabella Keep, who's been playing most of this season at right fullback, has shifted across to left fullback, and that will allow Martos to come in at right back. Genevieve Nisbet has to settle for a place on the bench. Bit more depth though now for the Stingrays, which as you start to get further into this season, that will, I'm sure, come in handy. So I can see a few more frequent lightning strikes. And Poppy Hooks plays it out towards Annabella Keep. Ball towards Cooper. It won't quite reach her as Holly Williams clears it towards Al-Farage, who can carry on driving through the middle of the pitch and plays it out wide. That's an overhit touch though on the far side, and Stingrays will get a goal kick. A couple of early battles for Al-Farage up front. Already with the two Stingrays centre backs. Well, they've certainly stepped it up a gear since that heavy defeat a couple of months ago. The Stingrays to the, I think it was the Northern Tigers, and haven't lost since. In fact, they've picked up some impressive wins as well in that run, and including a 3-0 win at home against Manly a few weeks ago, and in fact the first time that they dropped points at home was to the Ravens a couple of weeks ago in that 1-1 draw. So their home form has been really the catalyst for their performances this year, and that'll be a goal kick for Mount Druitt. Worth mentioning for Mount Druitt, of course, came up recently into the competition and have been one of the sides to beat. Perhaps what's behind that has been their solid defensive record. Only 12 goals conceded, which is the best record in the competition, and 5 of those came in one game against the Jets. So it's actually really only 7 goals if you ignore what seems to be an anomaly in their performances this year. Here's a chance for Hudson to get the ball down the left for the Stingrays. Carastal, neat 1-2. Here's Hudson. It's a ball in across the box, and that's importantly cleared away by Mount Druitt's number 17, Olivia Sloan. Hooks gets a touch on that, and Kaya Buchanan can look to try and play out, but a bit of a shanked clearance, and Edwards takes on a volley that's will harmlessly roll to Kristen Hofsker in the Mount Druitt goal. 6 clean sheets for the goalkeeper so far this season, and as I mentioned earlier, has been a defensively solid season on the whole. Not too much to report in these first 10 minutes here, apart from the fact that the rain is continuing to fall. Stingrays have had most of the ball in these early exchanges, as you perhaps would expect, given they are the home team, but still could be chances for Mount Druitt early in this game. Picked up by Mount Druitt and a chance to go forwards. Nice ball in behind. That was Alfaraja trying to play something down the right-hand side, but no one was making that run. Big throw down the line, but headed well by Hooks, and Cooper can get control of it. There's some space on the right-hand side now. Looping ball for it by Martos, and the goalkeeper's got something on it to help it on its way. Here's Alex McKenzie, who can carry the ball forward, given away, and Alfaraja will win a free kick. Another contest that the centre forward has won to help Mount Druitt get up the pitch. There'll be a throw in for Ella Buchanan on this right-hand side. Faraja making an option, but it'll go more centrally back to Ella Buchanan. A chance to get in across, and it's not a bad delivery. Middleton will head it away. A couple of contests, and Mount Druitt will win another free kick. A ball that was hoisted up towards Brooklyn Hudson, but unable to hold on to it. Ended up dragging down Mount Druitt defender. And I think it's Holly Williams. Was a ball that almost found its way at the back post for a chance for Mount Druitt from Aaron Tavares. Looks as if Mount Druitt will look to try and press the Stingrays, but Mackenzie will get some settled possession and can play it up the field. Hudson with a header on, and some space for Siobhan Edwards on this left-hand side. Shifts inside with the ball and takes a shot that, well, ends up well over the bar in the end, but it was a demonstration of how quickly the Stingrays can move it through the thirds. Edwards, of course, with 10 goals this season, just 3 away from a tally last year. And as I mentioned, is in fantastic form at the moment. 5 goals in her last 6 games. Usually plays in a more central position, or at least has this season, but operating off the left wing today as Carastal can take the ball forwards and just to play a neat ball in and a chance for a shot that's straight at the goalkeeper from Sophia Christopherson. Faraja there looked to have won the ball, but free kick goes against Mount Druitt. Is it short for Matos? Middleton, that's a tricky one to deal with, but we'll hold on to it. It's given away and they can come forward through, I think it's Ella Buchanan. Through around 16 minutes of this game, and the biggest chance that we've seen was perhaps that Edwards effort for the Stingrays, but also a chance for Sophia Christopherson, who fired straight at Mount Druitt's goalkeeper in Kristanovska. Middleton will get the ball now for the Stingrays. A more settled playing out there is Matos. Matos, who's gotten caught in possession but wins it back. Here's Carastal. There's a looping ball towards Edwards that is a tricky one to deal with. Ella Buchanan will hook it away somewhat, but Annabella Keep can keep the move going for the Stingrays. Middleton. Matos. Numbers in the box for the Stingrays, but the cross is under hit, and now Faraja here can race. Looks to go past McKenzie, still going. Gets a shot off, and that's a neat finish into the far corner. Well, I mentioned it a few times, the contest for the Stingrays with Al Faraja. And she's consistently won those battles, and that was just a really good effort in terms of the speed to carry the ball forward and good composure as well to finish into the far corner. And Mount Druitt lead away to the Stingrays in this top of the table clash. A really important goal and a good one to get as well. The Stingrays were showing some promise with settled possession up the field, but that was really such a simple goal for Mount Druitt. A ball played forward into the centre forward who just ran at goal. Middleton. Can the Stingrays find an instant response? They haven't been behind too often this season, and certainly not at home. Here is Cooper. Right now for Matos, who's seen lots of the ball early on and gets a good cross in. That had a nice shape to it, but headed away by Mount Druitt. Here's Annabella Keep. Finds Middleton. Middleton for Siobhan Edwards. Having to be a bit more patient here, the Stingrays. It's a really disciplined shape from Mount Druitt, which is demonstrable of their defensive efforts on a whole this season. Ball for Alfaraja to chase him behind again, but that one's just about gotten back to Brianna Edwards there. One good sign for the Stingrays, at least in terms of the depth of their squad, is that Kiara Roche, who was the starting goalkeeper for the Stingrays at the start of this season, is back on the bench following her injury layoff. So some more options to think about for the Stingrays coach Steve Gordon. Here is Siobhan Edwards down the left. Take on Ella Buchanan and gets in a cross that's cleared away. Falls back to Cooper. Surrounded by Mount Druitt shirts, but will be a free kick in a good area. Of course, both the goals that Mount Druitt conceded against the Bulls FC Academy were from set pieces last weekend, so it is something the Stingrays could exploit, who have shown on occasion they can threaten. This looks like it will be more of a shooting chance for Alexia Carastal. Not too many options coming forward, although Poppy Hooks, who's scored a few goals this year, will make her way into the area. Here is Carastal. Goes for the shot that's bounced well wide of that left post, but another shot for the Stingrays as they look to try and build some momentum in this game. Annabella Keep to play it forwards towards Edwards, who holds on to it and can find Cooper. Carastal. That'll be the goalkeeper's ball for Mount Druitt. Cooper gets the first contact on the ball, but there's no one attacking it for the Stingrays at the second effort. Middleton finds Cooper. Midway through this half now, with Mount Druitt holding the 1-goal lead. Alfaraja with a solo effort on the break. Oops, has been dragged wide, but that's a neat sliding tackle. Carastal goes to switch the ball. We'll find Christopherson, who can find Martos, and chance for Mackenzie to stroll forwards with the ball again. Not too many options forward, as seems clear Mount Druitt will look to defend solidly in this game, and they've got a lead to defend now as well. Will be another free kick for the Stingrays. Well, the rain's just about stopped here at Macedonia Park. All goes in from Carastal, and Poppy Hooks heads wide. A few chances coming now for the Stingrays. Poppy Hooks can be a threat from those set pieces. He's scored a couple of good headers this season, and that one there just drifting wide. Tavares towards Alfaraja, and Rosinski will challenge for the ball, but a Stingrays throw in. Additionally, for the Stingrays, they haven't conceded many goals in this run. They've got the second best record, or did have the second best record before conceding that goal. 15 goals conceded now this season, but only, 3 in their previous 5 games before this evening. Edwards plays a 1-2 with Matos, who goes for another ball in, and Christopherson can make her way into the box, and it's knocked behind by Holly Williams for a corner. I mentioned, of course, against the Bulls FC Academy, Mount Druitt losing 2-0 in that one. Both goals were from corners. Carastal comes across to take this one. It'll be a number of players running in for the Stingrays, it looks like. Carastal drives it in, but couldn't really make it too far into the box, but Middleton will retrieve it. Edwards. Williams again on top of it, and looks to go past Edwards, but can carry on anyway. Now Faraja with the ball to chase him behind. Annabella Keep will win the free kick for the Stingrays. Ball over the top here for Mount Druitt, down the left-hand side with Olivia Sloan, but Stingrays will retrieve it, but Sloan's won it back. A couple of fouls from Mount Druitt in these last few minutes. Mackenzie will just play it back to Edwards, and Hooks can pick up the ball on the opposite side. Keep towards Cooper. played towards Tavares, but Matos can get it away, and Kaya Buchanan will help Mount Druitt recycle the ball. That's a ball towards Rosaria Galea, but overhit. Still a bit of lightning around, but appears to be moving further away. And Slaven can pick that up and give it back to Kaya Buchanan, now on the left-hand side with Sloan again. Buchanan heads it, well, straight to Caitlin Cooper, and there's a chance maybe down the other side, but Edwards has some space on the left. Annabella Keep making that overlapping run, but Edwards chooses to play it inside towards Middleton. Here's Martos, some sustained pressure for the Stingrays now. One's Carastal, who will go for a shot and narrowly over the bar. Kristanovska with this goal kick, and it'll fall to Caitlin Cooper. They've won a few of those set pieces as Edwards can try and get down the right, but that's great defending from Hella Buchanan. Galea plays it forward, given away though. Alex McKenzie. That's for Martos. Alexia Carastal, who is able to hold on to the ball with some neat footwork. Nice dummy from Cooper, and Christopherson can try to play in Martos here. And that's a ball that will roll away for a goal kick, but that was some neat play. Carastal is down for the Stingrays, who got that all started. Looks as if she will require some treatment. It would be a blow for the home side. Real key member of that midfield whose playmaking abilities do create goals. Often takes responsibility from the set pieces as well. Well, it's an extended delay here, which could mean bad news for the home side. Chico down holding that left knee. Was able to get back to her feet, but whether she'll be able to continue. Unsure whether they will make a change here. She's able to walk with a bit of a limp. It doesn't look as if the Stingrays will immediately make a change. Middleton. Mackenzie with a header, but not ideal as Alfarage's touch will escape for a throw-in. Looks as if a bit of strapping tape on the knee is the way to go for Alexia Carastal, which means she will be able to continue. Stingrays down to 10 players for the time being, which is an opportunity for Mount Druitt to use this left-hand side with Sloan. Here's Tavares. Martos will play it down the line. Here's Hudson down the right-hand side, who's not seen too much of the ball in the central striker's role. Kaya Buchanan finds Ella Buchanan, and Mount Druitt come down the right-hand side, and it was a really nice ball played into that channel, and Poppy Hooks has just lashed the ball onto the hill there. A rather needless yellow card to pick up in that context. Carastal will now make her way back onto the field. Bit of a delay. We appear to only have one ball in circulation at the moment, which is leaving some delays in between stoppages. Chance for Mount Druitt from this set piece. Towards that near post, and it's found its way in. 2-0 Mount Druitt. Directly from that corner. Lovely in-swinging delivery that wasn't dealt with at the near post. Unsure of the score of that at this stage, but we'll bring that to you in a second. Martos for Middleton. Need a response now in these final 10 or so minutes of this first half, the Stingrays. Farage has won that and cleared away by Martos. Sloan with a ball into the box, and Hooks can head that away, but we'll have to do so again. Here's Cooper. Martos can find Hooks. Annabella Keep will move the ball inside for Carastal, who's back on the field. Be a corner here for the Stingrays, and a chance to try and get a goal here ahead of half time. It's a nice ball. It's headed away by Sloan at that near post. Corner. Another ball that's had the height to it, but well over in the end. Well, a 2-goal lead now for Mount Druitt, with a half to play roughly if they can get into the break. So a strong position for them, particularly given their quality that they have shown in defence. Just to confirm for you, that goal scorer, it was Rosaria Galea from the set piece and a chance for a third. Rosaria Galea with the goal from that set piece, and it was just a corner that went all the way in and bounced awkwardly in front of Edwards and wasn't dealt with at the near post by the Stingrays. As we head into stoppage time of this first half. Galea has really found some form in recent weeks. He had 5 goals in 6 games heading into this weekend, and that was her 7th of the year overall, and probably one of her more spectacular ones as well. Galea with another set piece and an opportunity to get the ball into the box. Goes a really nice delivery that was shaped in, and Al Faraja gets a shot off. And calls for a handball in there, but there's another chaotic set piece for the Stingrays. Really nicely looped ball from Galea towards the back post, and lucky no one got the touch in the end. Here's Carastal. Ella Buchanan's won that one, but Carastal can get it back. All for Al Faraja to chase, and Poppy Hooks will have to be alert to it to find Edwards. Bruno Edwards with a kick long towards Christopherson. It'll be a free kick for the Stingrays. Not sure how much longer we'll have in this half. Of course, the Carastal injury took a few minutes, and that's probably being taken into consideration. And that will be half-time here at Macedonia Park. Mount Druitt holding a 2-0 lead over the Illawarra Stingrays as they look to get onto the top of the table. It was Alfaraja who opened the scoring with a lovely solo run, and then Rosaria Galea from a corner directly finding its way in. So a couple of spectacular goals here. Be back in around 10 minutes time for the second half.
It's like when I put them on, it's like I give myself. Yeah, it feels embarrassing. Yeah, you know, like wearing a really. Like an old Converse around your back. It's like I don't want to wear this, but I also don't want to smack my head on the concrete. So, bro, safety first.
After football's on the roof.
I was so cold when she kicked that ball. 17 minutes.
Yeah. It's a real old one, hey.
Like, let's get this done.
Yeah. It's like it's time to. It's sort of like the clock's still running.
Yeah,
It's like,
and then she's just like, man, where's the ball? Someone.
Yeah, I couldn't. Have two there. Like two footballers.
I'm gonna have to get down there and get the ball.
Yeah. I was gonna say. So crazy, yeah. I guess they were willing to say that.
I was here once last year, one of my first games here. Thankfully, he was doing the summer. Well, not the summer, but it was warmer. It's like there was someone got down a bit there with the ambulance at the pump. I just had to wait. It was like 20, 30 minutes, and they didn't end the game. Yeah. I got played some really good games. No. Yeah, it's like, Druitt is in front, they win. Call it a draw or whatever. And then when they get out, and it's like, if they're behind, when I see them get on after they score, that's what it is. You don't see the shit. Yeah. That's basically. Yeah. You don't see it. That'd be good. No.
Welcome back for the second half here at Macedonia Park. 2-0 to Mount Druitt over the Illawarra Stingrays in this top of the table clash. It was a good first half from Mount Druitt. They really limited the opportunities for the Stingrays and then took theirs when they came. It was Rakaya Al-Faraja who opened the scoring, just running from essentially the halfway line and sending a neat finish into the corner. And it was Rosaria Galea who scored directly from a corner. The in-swinging delivery found its way in at the near post to put Mount Druitt in a solid position as they head into this second half. Of course, the Stingrays have shown they can score goals, as Siobhan Edwards finds Annabella Keep on this left-hand side. Faraja will continue to challenge for this ball, and Ella Buchanan from right fullback comes forward. This one by Hudson. Hudson will keep hold of it despite the potential handball. Edwards can't hold on to it. Annabella Keep. Some nice footwork to find Caitlin Cooper, and Stingrays can play out down the right. Here's Martos, who's unable to keep that in. There was a bit too much on that from, I think it was Alex McKenzie. And this win, if they can hold on to it, this result for Mount Druitt will take them ahead of the Stingrays at the top of the table, and they'll have a game in hand. You see a long shot fly in there from Al Faraja, but it was a comfortable catch for Brianna Edwards. But as I mentioned, they're currently level at the top, but the Stingrays have scored a few more goals. A win here takes Mount Druitt 3 points ahead of the Stingrays, and Mount Druitt will also have a game in hand, so opportunities to push 6 points clear. There's space here for Annabella Keep on the left. Cuts inside and goes for a curling shot that's expertly tipped away by Mount Druitt's goalkeeper. Renee Kristanovska, who was called into action on a couple of occasions. That's probably the most serious save that she's had to make in this game. And a good early sign for the home side as they look to get back into this game. Poppy hooks. That's a loose pass for Annabella Keep, and Al Faraja can chase that down, but Alex McKenzie can just about hold on to that. Siobhan Edwards, and it will be a free kick, I think, for the Stingrays, which gets them out of what was a tricky situation there on the breakaway, which has been a problem for them. That first goal from Al Faraja was a simple race in behind. Hooks with an opportunity to get this ball into the box. Looked as if that potentially could have come off an arm there, but Caitlin Cooper will hold on to it. Here's Siobhan Edwards, shaping to try and get a shot off, but can find Carastal. Neat footwork, but given away. Middleton finds Carastal. Cooper through towards Christopherson. Hudson can find Edwards. Blazes it over. A big chance there. Couple of early shots for the Stingrays at the start of this half in what's been a promising first few minutes. Kristanovska will go long with this goal kick, and again it falls to a Stingray's head first. Caitlin Cooper can't control that. There's been a few of these fouls in the game. That one going against Mount Druitt. Now looking to delay the game as much as they can with this winning position, the visiting team. Poppy hooks. Takes the ball forward and can find it towards Annabella Keep on the left. Mackenzie for Middleton, who's dropped in between the defence for the Stingrays to get a few more touches on the ball. Can take it forwards now as well, but that was a heavy touch. Comes to Matos. Nika Matos finds Hooks again, who's receiving the ball quite a bit, and that's a loose pass, and Alfaraja can race in on goal, but the ball was just behind her. Mackenzie goes for that switch of play towards Siobhan Edwards, but a good header. And here's Alexia Carastal for Middleton. And Middleton looks to find a pass forward, and Cooper does her best to hold on to it. It's given away, and Alfaraja can race onto this. Brianna Edwards clears it away. And it's back down the other end with Annabella Keep. Let's play ball in for Christopherson, but Hooks will retrieve that. Discipline in that Mount Druitt midfield as well. The likes of Anna Harada in there. Here's Rosinski. Wants to take on Annabella Keep again down the right. Goes for a cross. It's got a spinning deflection on it, but Brianna Edwards will get a touch to it. Hooks can find Keep. Goes down the line towards Edwards, who will hold on to it. Wins a throw-in. Looks as if it will be a change for Mount Druitt now. Tiana Flavin, who's been one of those solid midfielders, will take her leave just 10 minutes into this second half, and looks as if it may be a more defensive change, but Caitlin Cooper's working hard to get onto that, but Ella Buchanan keeps a hold of it. It'll be Keiko Tanaka to come on, someone to steady the ship in that midfield after the Stingrays' spirited start to this game, the second half rather. Edwards back for Annabella Keep. Switch of play towards Hudson. Ella Buchanan. Actually, Carastal will get a shot off there. Ella Buchanan's misclearance. Alfaraja. And be a free kick for Mount Druitt and some more opportunity to run the clock down. Faraja. Cross comes in and Mackenzie will clear it away. Hudson can't hold on to it. Keiko Tanaka. Ball bounces over her foot, and Cooper can play one for Christopherson into this right channel, but she does well to hold on to it, but it's cleared away. Good one for Mackenzie, who heads up rather than away. But Middleton can get a touch. A loose pass. Ella Buchanan comes forward. Alfaraja couldn't get the touch on it. Bit scrappy in these last few minutes, Buchanan. All in from Rosinski. Straight to Caitlin Cooper, though. Carastal, chance for a breakaway for the home side. The Holly Williams there looking to try and hold on to the ball. It will be a free kick. A little bit of afters there from Hudson, a bit of a push. Williams, didn't have much height on it, but it has worked out. Here's Tavares. It will be a free kick. Another chance for Galea to get a ball into the box. A few frustrated Stingrays players out there now as that early momentum has shifted in the last few moments with the concession of a few free kicks. Can Mount Druitt find a third goal to really put themselves in a strong position? Galea's set piece goes for goal and sends that well over the bar. Alex McKenzie will take the ball forward now. Finds Siobhan Edwards. Goes for a first-time ball, but goes straight to Sloan. And Tavares can play it down the line for Galea. Galea looks to shape for a delivery, but that will drop behind for a goal kick. Looks as if Keiko Tanaka will just play in that holding midfield role for Mount Druitt. Just add some more protection as presumably the Stingrays will start to pour more numbers forward. And that will go out for a throw-in. Do have some good options as well on the bench, the Stingrays. Kayla Austin and Helena Hallius-Lewis are two attacking options as we see Alfaraja race forward. Rosinski can find Alfaraja again. Rosinski, nice turn, goes for a shot. That's past the left post. Good spell this for Mount Druitt. Faraja has held on to that, but Middleton can turn it around. Carastal for the Stingrays. Drives a long ball forward that will be knocked behind for the goal kick. Buchanan there shepherding the ball behind, who's been part of a really solid performance from that back four. The goal kick's a little bit flat, as a few of them have been, which could be an opportunity as Guy Buchanan wins a big challenge. Christopherson can try to roll her defender there, but Mount Druitt win it back. Middleton, good strength to carry on with the ball. It's wide for Siobhan Edwards. Edwards, and that'll be a goal kick. Through the hour mark now, so would be expecting a change or two from the Stingrays. Galea for a long ball forward, but Hooks has won that. Middleton finds Caristal. Working hard was Tavares. Still working back Tavares, and Kaya Buchanan can get that away. Corner for the Stingrays. And they take advantage of it, and Poppy Hooks sends that volley flying over. It's a push in the back and a free kick for Mount Druitt. The game's not getting into the flow that the Stingrays need it to if they want to get back into this game, and looks as if Mount Druitt are preparing two changes, which will happen now. It's Al Faraj's one to come off, the scorer of the opening goal. That nice run from near halfway and good finish into that bottom left corner. The change looks to be Galea, the other goal scorer, directly from that corner. So two changes in more attacking areas of the field for Mount Druitt. One of them is Holly Dalrymple, who will go into the central forwards position. So a straight swap there for Al Faraja. Another change being number 8, Natalie Kasha. So a straight swap in midfield as well. Chance for Caristal from another central set piece. We did see her take a shot from the last one, and looks as if she may try her luck again. Caristal bounces past the left post again. And a few shots that have taken that trajectory this evening. Tanaka gets her head onto the ball and Cooper holds onto it. Nice nutmeg as well, but Mount Druitt win it back. They've battled really well in this game, and that's an example of it. And that's not given a few niggly fouls going on here, but they'll carry on. Carastal finds Siobhan Edwards down the left. Edwards shifts inside and gets a cross in. It's a good cross into a good area, but no one there for the Stingrays. Siobhan Edwards picks it up again. Hudson for Annabella Keep. Hudson again. Another cross into the box. There's Christopherson. And here's a chance for Mount Druitt to take the ball down the other end. Dalrymple couldn't get a consistent run on. Midway through the second half with Mount Druitt still leading 2-0. Both goal scorers now off the field. Haven't been too many clear-cut chances for the hosts since that early flurry at the start of this half. Caitlin Cooper. Ball towards Dalrymple, but comes to nothing, and they will get it back, the Stingrays, though, as Poppy Hooks plays a direct ball forward. Chance for Christopherson to get onto this, but Sloan was alive to the threat. Christopherson is certainly putting in a few challenges, and that one results in a free kick. Middleton heads it forward. They can't hold on to it, the Stingrays. Middleton with a header again. Middleton with some space, and she can try to play it forwards, but it's given away. Alex McKenzie makes it past Dalrymple. It's a reverse ball, but it's only found Rosinski for Mount Druitt. Poppy Hooks wins that ball back and can pick a pass to Caitlin Cooper. Nice pass out to the right. That will be a Stingrays throw-in. Tanaka. It'll be a free kick up the field for Mount Druitt. This will make it if they can get over the line here. Mount Druitt, 10 wins from 14 games this season, which is a very impressive record. And it's almost found its way in. Brianna Edwards just about makes up for it, but that'll roll in the corner. And I think it was Tanaka who got the final touch. Rosinski's shot deflected off the substitute, and well, it's 3-0 now. And that's put the Stingrays in all sorts of trouble here. Started from Brianna Edwards on that. Ball lobbed into the box. Initially managed to claw it away, but Rosinski's shot just deflected off Tanaka and fell into the corner. Ella Buchanan will get the ball back now again. Down the line for Kasha. Karastar wins out. Another long ball that's not really found the target. It's Tavares. Tanaka getting forward again. And that's another awkward one. Dalrymple gets a touch in there, and Karastar will clear it further. And as far as Kasha, and Tanaka has it once more. Stanovska there with the clearance out, and you'd say from this position Mount Druitt should get over the line, but still quite a bit of time left in this game. 15 minutes plus any additional time, so there is still potential for Stingrays comeback. However, unlikely that may be given how good Mount Druitt have been at the back this year. Cooper. It's a giveaway, and Dalrymple can potentially race away following Harada's pass, and that'll be a throw-in. Dalrymple again. Another throw in. Making their way up the field slowly, the visitors. Middleton towards Christopherson. Still no changes for the host despite the situation. Tanaka gets on the ball again. Been a good substitute. In addition to the goal, there's gotten through plenty of work as Ella Buchanan has to get down the right. Siobhan Edwards working back. That'll be a corner for Mount Druitt. It looks as if as well the Stingrays have at least changed their shape. Hudson and Christopherson appear to be playing closer together up front. And we will now see that change for the Stingrays, and will be the Stingrays number 34, Brooklyn Hudson, who comes off, and I think that's Kayla Austin. Who will make her way onto the field. That's an awkward ball, but somehow avoids any danger. Christopherson can take it away. Here's Edwards. Carristal finds Middleton. And keep the ball moving for Annabella Keep. Annabella Keep going on a run, but it'll be cleared away. Middleton gets a nice cross in, and that's awkward for the Mount Druitt defence, but they get it away. Dalrymple can't hold on to it, and it'll be Poppy Hooks' ball. Edwards is on this right-hand side. You see a cross coming. Carristal with a volley that's spinning awkwardly, but that's really commanding goalkeeping from Kristanovska. Towards Rosinski, but Keep gets a touch. Might come back to Rosinski here, but Keep is trying to shepherd it away, and that will be a throw-in. Change for Mount Druitt. And that's Tavares making her way off the field. Plenty of work down that left-hand side today, and she'll be replaced by Ruta Boateng. Boateng, of course, a recognised goal scorer. 22 goals last season and has 4 this year as well, so will be a threat for Mount Druitt as they look to see this game out. Caitlin Cooper plays the ball down the line for Christopherson, but Holly Williams, who's been so good at the back today, and it'll be a free kick. And Kristanovska has talked her way into a yellow card for dissent. It was quite audible. There have been a few fouls against Mount Druitt, rather for Mount Druitt today. Carristal. Wider for Poppy Hooks, who's going to have to get through a bit more work now with a more committed system by the Stingrays. Have almost 4 or 5 players in the box there. Be another free kick. Well, Buchanan's another player who's had a good game for Mount Druitt. It's been a really solid team performance in many respects, and not too far away from securing a statement 3 points over what were the league leaders heading into this weekend. Ball, and Edwards again couldn't get a catch on it. Annabella keep. It's a real scramble in the box. Boateng. It'll be a free kick for the Stingrays. Great ball in by Anna Harada there. Boateng. No free kick given there. Siobhan Edwards. Nice flick, Kayla Austin. And we'll go for another Mount Druitt throw. Seven regular minutes to play here at an increasingly chilly Macedonia Park. Ball towards Boateng. Carristal finds Caitlin Cooper. Back to Carristal. Nice work between those two as Carristal is unable to hold on to it, and Dalrymple can look to play in Boateng, but ball's overhit. Ball towards Matos there, who's moved into a more advanced position on that right-hand side. Middleton back to Matos. Alex McKenzie. That'll be a free kick. Carristal's delivery. It almost found its way in. Kristanovska was adamant she didn't get a touch on that, but it will be a corner regardless. Any goal now would make it an interesting finish. 4 minutes to play of regular time or thereabouts. Edwards. Siobhan Edwards drills it into the box. Some committed defending, and it'll be a goal kick. Can't be too much time wasting from Kristanovska, already on that yellow card. Christopherson, who wins that header. Matos. Out with Sloan. Nice ball down the line and turn that Stingrays defence around. A throw in. Mackenzie will manage to get that behind for a goal kick. Caitlin Cooper down the line towards Kayla Austin. Harada will win that throw in. With 2 minutes left to play. As mentioned, this win will take Mount Druitt above the Stingrays at the top of the table, and they'll still have that game in hand. So a potential 6-point buffer over the next closest team to them. The Northern Tigers are still a little bit away. Came to this weekend 4 points behind. Same with Manly and NWS Spirit. It's pretty close still, even after 14 or 15 games. It'll be a free kick for Mount Druitt. Less than so 30 seconds now to play. At least of regular time. We wait to see how much additional time there'll be, but you'd think pretty safe result for the away side. And that's off the crossbar from Dalrymple. Watang. Committed challenge, but it'll fall back to Mount Druitt, and Mackenzie can find Brianna Edwards inadvertently, so the goalkeeper can get that up the field. Kasha can lay that down the line, but it'll fall back to Caitlin Cooper now. Siobhan Edwards. Cooper. Annabella Keep. Gets hold of the ball. Annabella Keep. Tries to play a ball in, but Tanaka defends that well. She has done since coming on. Middleton. That's another misplaced ball up the field, but Christopherson will pick it up. Poppy Hooks. Hard to pick a player of the match in this one. It's been a real good team performance from the away side. The defence has been very well organised and communicated well, and that's been the foundation from the first minute, really. Taking their chances when they came as well. Here is Ella Buchanan. Still here, and it's poked into the bottom corner for 4. Deserved goal for Enna Harada. And that is the final action of what's been a thrilling game at times, as we see a caution go to someone on that Mount Druitt bench. Certainly had plenty of those in that technical area standing for large parts of the game. And you wouldn't think there's too much more to play in this one. Into the 4th minute of additional time. Here's Rosinski down the right. Middleton, Annabella Keep can race back, but that's full time. A comprehensive victory in the end for Mount Druitt Town Rangers over the Illawarra Stingrays to head back to the top of the table. I've been Tim Gibson. Thank you for tuning in.